What's up, Nomad Nation? You've got Godfather. I am one third of your Nomad Gamers. Hey, real quick, I am having a little bit of a technical difficulty. I can't see anything. Let's see what happens when I do this. There we go. I'm back, I think. Okay, yeah, so welcome to Talking Tuesday. I know it looks like I'm a hot mess today, and it's probably because I am. But if you are watching us on YouTube, you have found the home of the Nomad Gamers. Somewhere right down here, you're going to see a subscribe button. Somewhere over here, you're going to see a bell. Somewhere over here, you're going to see a thumbs up. Smash all three of those. Show the Nomad Gamers some love. If you are watching me on Facebook, thank you very much. Like normal, you guys rock. You don't disappoint. So I definitely thank you for all your support. If you're watching me over on Twitch, because it is Tuesday, Talking Tuesday, you can find me at Gosfather09. That's Gosfather09. Well, we've started a new week, and I don't know about you guys, but this week has started off with an absolute bang. It is beautiful outside. I hope it is beautiful wherever you are at. We survived the sub-zero temperatures last week. We survived the snow. I know if you live in the north, I'd say the upper peninsula of Michigan, mainland Michigan, New York, and the eastern seaboard over by the Canadian border, you guys are going to be seeing some more snow and some more cold weather. So hold on, spring is a coming. So let's get into what we did this weekend, and let's get into how I'm going to conduct Talking Tuesday for this week and for next week. As you guys heard on Thirsty Thursday, there will be no Thirsty Thursday this week, only because of some medical stuff I've got going on. I won't even be out of the hospital until, I'd say 4:35, and I go on air here at 5, so that ain't going to work. I'm thinking very heavily about doing a Fantastic Friday just to keep the two streams on the week going. While the Fantastic Friday will have some aspects of Thirsty Thursday, it just won't be Thirsty Thursday. And who knows, this Friday thing might stick around. I don't know yet. We will have to see what's going on, and we'll see where we're at with our streams. So this weekend, if you were paying attention to my streaming on the Xbox, you would see that Sweet Kitty Pie and I were really hot to trot on Minecraft getting our project done. I am proud to report as of an hour ago, I finished that subway. It is completely done. It is carved out from start to finish. The redstone has been laid, the redstone blocks. All the power rails are down, and all the rail is down. So you can go from one outpost to the other outpost. It might take you 5 or 10 minutes, but you can get there. Speaking of the subways, our next project, which Sweet Kitty Pie was working on while I was finishing up the other one, because here's the deal. When you have more than one person working on a project in Minecraft, it is easier if you leapfrog each other. It is easier if you know your job and you stick to your job. That makes life a heck of a lot easier for everybody involved. Like, I carve out, I lay rail, I lay the redstone blocks. Transportation is my thing. Now, putting up the decorative stone bricks and putting up the glass and decorating, I call it decorating. If it was up to me, I would cover up every stupid hole from start to finish, but Sweet Kitty Pie likes to put glass on it. That way you can see into like the geode, you can see into different holes. You'll go through water. If we ever ran across lava that was falling down, we would be putting glass up to that way you're going through that too. We don't dip, we don't go up, we go right through whatever we find. So she started on the first one. We need to do an intermittent base, because the one point is something like, I think she said 1,500 blocks off of our current base. So with that being said, we're going to have to travel down about 1,500, catch up to the coordinates of where the other base is at, and then we will make the turn. After we make that little base, we will dive back down, and then we will punch through. So that is probably going to be a good week and a half of a project of mining, running cobblestone up to the smelters, running all your precious ores up to like gold, iron, copper, all that other good stuff. It'll be ran up to the ovens to be smelted or to be cooked to become stone. And then we will disperse from there. I do know that I do not have enough rail to even start on the next phase of this project. Here soon, I'm still learning Streamlabs. I need to figure out how to go where I can show some streams, show some pictures while I am streaming, and I don't want to do that yet. I do want to do it. I don't want to do it this time because I've already had to figure out some technical difficulties with this, because I was going to hook up TikTok tonight, but TikTok is being kind of a pain in my ass right now. I was going to hook it up and see if I could stream and add that down here, but I waited too long. I do that all the time too. I'll get off work and I'll get all my things together and I'll come out here to the Shire. I will sit down and I will be damned if I don't get into a game or I don't get into something on YouTube. I have shiny moments. And then next thing I know, I look up and it's like 4:25, 4:35, 4:45. And then I'm rushing to do my mic check. I'm rushing to make sure that this laptop that I'm band-aiding together until I get my new one, that it will work properly. So I did it to myself. I did it to you guys, and I'm sorry. By next Talking Tuesday, I will have it hooked up. Guaranteed. So that was Minecraft. The other thing I started doing this weekend, and I was doing it as early as 2:30 this afternoon, was I found Madden 25 on the Game Pass. I found a lot of other games on that Game Pass too, but for now, it is a Madden fest. I'm going to tell you what, like I said before, I have played just about every Madden dating back to, I want to say 2011. I've played it for various amounts of times. Some I've played for months on end. Some I have played for a couple weeks. And some I've only played for a night or two. And then everything before 2011, I was super busy raising my family, super busy working, and also doing the National Guard and making sure I had all that shit done. But Madden 25 is awesome. They took away a couple things that I really enjoyed about last year. Now they've made scouting a little bit harder to scout your draft class. I don't like that. I like the old version where I could go down and get a preliminary on them, and then as the season wore on, I would get the last two, and then I could make my decision on who I was going to get. And at least not yet. And they might do this. I'm only on week 14 now. Yeah, I think 14. 14 or 15. I think the game I'm playing right now, I think I'm in week 15, maybe 16. I got one more game to go before the postseason. Maybe once I'm done and we get closer to the draft, maybe then I can start seeing some more, or it'll show me what my team needs, projecting what I'm going to lose, go to the players who are that I can negotiate with, and figure out who I'm going to keep and who I'm going to let go, and then plan my draft class and my free agency around that. The other thing that, because for every bad, there's got to be a good. The other part of it that I'm really enjoying is the negotiation and the contract phase of this. In past Maddens, you had no idea what the player wanted. Last year they tried, but it really didn't help out much. This year they've got a neutral contract, they've got a player-friendly contract, and a very friendly player contract. So if you really want a player, you hit that very friendly player contract and hope to God that your salary cap can sustain it, or you can build around that individual with not top tier, but I'd say middle of the pack talent to be able to get to the postseason. I feel like they're doing better with that. The other part that I feel like they're doing very well with is last year, one of the biggest complaints I had about 24 was you could not see the standings. They fixed that this year. The stats, the standings, the league leaders, all of that stuff is now in one spot. The one part that I'm having a little bit of heartburn with, but it'll be okay, is how small the ticker is at the bottom of the screen. So, like, I'm now into the postseason push. I want to see, for instance, what the Chiefs are doing. I want to see what the Chargers are doing, or what Seattle's doing, or what Washington's doing. I want to see what the people in my division are doing. Did they lose the game? If they lost a game, you're always going to be aggressive, but how aggressive? When you get to third, fourth down, and you're just outside the red zone or even in the red zone, if they won, then I'm going to get really aggressive and I'm going to try and punch it in for a touchdown. If they lost, I am taking the points. I'm going to take the 3 points and live on to fight another day and either get 3 points closer to my deficit or 3 points ahead of them. One of the two. That is so small that even with my glasses, it's like, wow, that's small. The other part that's small is the news ticker. They got Jonathan Coachman in there, which, good for Jonathan Coachman. That dude, he was on the WWE or WWF or whatever it is, and he might have went over to TNA and then might have went to whatever other wrestling promotion is out there. But he was doing that for a while. Then he came back to SportsCenter, or back to ESPN. And then he, disappeared. I don't know if he got cut or what. They had massive layoffs, just like in any other industry. And then all of a sudden I seen him on Madden, and it's like, oh, okay. Madden 25 has to be, and I've only done coach. I haven't done anything with owner yet. So I think I'm going to start playing as an owner either tonight or tomorrow. And with my treatment coming up on Thursday, it'll probably be Thursday, Friday. Actually, Friday, Saturday. But I'm gonna play as the owner, see how the stadium builder is, see how the tickets are, how the merchandise is, because in years past, that has just been a hot goddamn mess. When you went to rebuild your stadium, you really didn't have a lot of say in it. The only say that you did have was if it was open air or if it was a dome. But the problem with both of those is if you rebuilt your stadium, you went down in capacity. I'm kind of hoping that Madden took a look at San Diego Studios, the makers of MLB The Show, and hopefully they took some hints from them. And I'm not saying steal what they did, but hopefully they studied it and they took some of those good ideas that SDS is doing with the show and incorporated it into Madden. I'm not saying like with the show when you can build the bleachers, you can build the infield, the scoreboard. Pretty much you can immerse yourself for hours in building your stadium the way that you want. MLB The Show has a lot of problems with that. They could do a lot better, especially when it comes to snapping pieces together, making sure that the level for the backstop is okay. Hopefully Madden took some of that, or they've included something that is Madden into their rebuilding of a stadium or building a new stadium for that matter. And I might play as like a team I really don't give a damn about and see how the relocation process goes. Because the relocation process in years past has not reflected how it is really done. And I get that it's a video game and I get that you can't put everything in it, but they could put in where you send a request to all the other owners to relocate your franchise. And then the game, it could be a random draw. The owners say no. You don't get a good vote. They tell you to stay your ass where you're at and rebuild your stadium in place. It's some of those things that I would really like to see. I do like the fact that at least last year, and like I said, I haven't tried it this year yet, but last year they had certain markets that you could go to. Fireball is watching me, and yes, Fireball, I completely agree with you. And I had just said that they need to take a page out of the show. The show, MLB The Show, is probably the best when it comes to immersing yourself into something like that. They also have cookie cutter stadiums that were built by creators, fans of MLB The Show, and that San Diego Studios approved of it and has added it to the query. So if you got, lack of a better term, pissed off at this won't snap with this and this isn't the stadium idea, you can't get to that idea that you wanted, they have certain stadiums that you can make. The only problem I have with that is that when you make this stadium, the surroundings don't look real. I think they went too far with that. Like, you could put in a river behind it. You could put a bridge next to it. But the problem is, it doesn't look real. I don't know how to really explain it besides the fact that I was really disappointed with that. If they were to plop you into whatever community that, kind of take, maybe the show should take some of what Madden does and only gives you certain markets, and then plops down that stadium that you built into that community. That would be cool. But I digress a little bit. But Madden 25, like I said, I'm hoping to get to the owners. It'll probably be Friday, to be honest with you. Thursday, I'm going to be way too sick and way too tired to even mess with it. Hang on, here comes another one. Yeah, that is okay. So also with MLB, you could overhaul an entire team and create your own team. Yes, that feature, it's a little bit more intense, and you have to be, that game has got to be the game that you play all the time. Like, my game that I play all the time is Starfield. I can build a base in Starfield. I can build a ship in Starfield relatively easy. Now, does it piss me off? Yes. But I can do it. The whole thing with MLB, it's a trial by error. And if you really love the game, you're going to sit there and you're going to do it. And you're going to go to YouTube and look at things and take good ideas from other creators or other players. So yeah, that, you know, maybe Madden needs to look at that. Maybe have an expansion. You know, maybe have one where you petition the league to expand by 2. I don't know. Here's another comment. Like in franchise mode, I took out the Oakland A's and put on the Savannah Bananas. That is absolutely awesome. Yes, I would put the Savannah Bananas in a heartbeat. If you don't know who the Savannah Bananas are, go to YouTube and look them up. Go to Facebook, look them up. Go to TikTok, look up the Dancing Umpire. They are a freaking hoot when it comes to baseball. A lot of baseball fans and let's just say the old school baseball fan and player, they don't like the Savannah Bananas only because they do all kinds of wild shit. I mean, they're dancing, they're singing, they're coming from the crowd. They've got completely different rules than what actual baseball does. But it's refreshing. It's great to watch. It's kind of like comedy for a sports fan. But I digress. I digress a lot. Fireball got me he got me to exit stage right. I need to get back on track. However, like I said, Madden 25 so far is probably the best Madden that I've seen in going on 10 years now. Yeah, they don't play baseball. They play... Yeah, they do. They play banana ball. And it's under completely different rules. Those rules wouldn't necessarily jive with the MLB, whereas the MLB is serious about their stats and they're serious about their games. Banana ball is not that serious. I would honestly say that banana ball is the Spaceballs of Star Wars for all my nerds out there. But it's loved just as much as Spaceballs is, and even some of the Star Wars fans like Spaceballs. That's just like some of the MLB fans like Banana Ball. It's amazing. But at the same time, I'm going to go and I'm going to play as an owner, and I'm going to see exactly what all you can and can't do. And next Tuesday, I will be reporting on that. Like I told you guys on Thursday, I hope you watched Thursday's episode, that things are going to be a little weird for me in the next 2 weeks. My streams may not always be on. Thirsty Thursday is going to take a hiatus for 2 weeks, this week and next week. I might bring on a Friday. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Tuesdays, I will definitely be here. Talking Tuesdays aren't going anywhere. And I will still be with the Nomad Gamers for their Wednesday episode and their Sunday episode. And if you tune into Fireball 123D, you'll get the preview, or you'll get the sneak peek at our episode as we're taping it. I think that's an awesome thing that Fireball's doing. My only worry about it is I'm hoping it doesn't take any views away from our YouTube and our Facebook, but I'm not seeing any dips in it, so I like it. So, what else do I got going on? Oh yeah, we have a guest coming on. We're going to have a guest. It's either going to be next week or the week after. He is going to be remoting into either Talking Tuesday or Thirsty Thursday. We haven't said on which one he's going to come to. I believe All Talks last night. If you were watching my stream, you would have heard about it. But All Talks and All Insights that I have, it looks like is going to be Talking Tuesday, which is fine. Zanar Crestrider is going to be gracing us with his presence. And some of the games we're going to be discussing with Crestrider is going to be World of Warcraft, a lot of these wizard games. And when I say wizard games, I mean a majority of the game is you casting spells or having a paladin or a D&D type setting, which is not bad at all. A little unknown fact about me is I used to be a WoW head. I used to play World of Warcraft religiously. I played it up to Mist of Pandaria. And I loved WoW. And if you were watching my stream last night, you would have heard myself and Crestrider talking back and forth that, you know, he was giving me the updates on what's going on in the world of Azeroth. And I am not going to lie to anybody. If I had an opportunity to go back to WoW, I would jump back to WoW in a heartbeat. The problem with WoW is that it is so easy to get addicted and have it consume your life. It is a great game. It is probably, if I had to rate that game beats out any console game and damn near any PC game. If you think about it, WoW has been around for almost 25 years, and they have never raised the rates on their monthly subscription price, because you have to pay to be able to go to Azeroth. And I'm hearing now that they got bit by the Fortnite bug too, and they are selling mounts. Like if you pay a certain amount of money, you get a sweet looking mount, which is, I guess, is what it is. I know if I were to go back, I would probably port my character to Alliance again, only because I would probably bring Nomad Gamers to WoW and to the same server that Crestrider is on, because I want to play with friends. I don't want to be playing by myself. And I know if I were to go back, then Sweet Kitty Pie would go back. And the part that I am very leery about is how much it consumes your time. And when I was talking to Crestrider about it, like I told him, if I'm paying $15 a month for something, I'm going to be playing it. Like, point blank and simple. That's like paying the loan payment on my motorcycle and never riding it. That's ridiculous. I'm going to ride the motorcycle. I'm going to enjoy the money that I'm investing into it. And it's the same way when it comes to a game. But I started watching the YouTubes, all the cinematics for everything from WoW Vanilla up to, I don't even know what they're on now. I talked to Crestrider. They switched the levels from 120 back to 80. The If you ask me, I think they should have left it at a cool 100. Keep it at a cool triple digit. But they didn't. They decided that wasn't it. So that is what I have been doing. Love the commentary, even though it was another one of the Nomad Gamers. I love being able to talk to people on these. It just is what it is. We'll get there one day where all three of these are just lighting up. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're just going to plug away. We're going to be persistent. And I promise by next Tuesday, we're going to be adding that TikTok right here. I promise that. So, that is Talking Tuesday. I've got to start getting ready for the Nomad Gamers tonight. We are recording. If you want to catch it tonight, instead of waiting until tomorrow, tune into Fireball. If you want to catch us recorded, we will be uploading tomorrow about, I don't know, I think he has it for YouTube at 5, and then it goes on to Facebook at 6. So, dealer's choice. You get to pick which one you want to do. With that being said, game true, game hard, always, and I mean always, game on. Where are you at this week? Ah, found you. You're right over there. I see you in the back. I see you gaming. I see what you're doing. Keep being you. You're beautiful the way you are. Keep being you. Oh, by the way, if you haven't tuned in to Santiago Cirillo, find him on Facebook and follow him. That man's doing amazing things. If you watch The Walking Dead, he is trying to bring back Julio. I believe the series is going to be called Julio Lives or Julio Returns. One of the two. You can catch my drift. Julio's back. If you are playing a game and you run across a griefer who needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Thank you so much for watching Talking Tuesday. Thank you for your support. Peace and love. Godfather is out the door.